Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Siti Usman, and I am here today to tackle about the characteristic of effective and efficient instructional tools and universal design for learning. So, okay. Before that, let me read you the learning objectives of this topic. First, define the meaning of universal design and instructional tools. Second, enumerate the characteristic of instructional tools and 7 principles of universal design. Third, apply the instructional tools and universal design as a guide of learners. Okay. Simply using technology is not enough to learn mathematical or scientific skills. An effective ICT-based instructional materials is well-planned and well-designed one. This means that the preparation of the IMS must be planned very well, and it must be ensured that they are developed to meet the learning objectives of the mathematics or scientific classes. According to NCTM 2020, having access to technology is not enough, but mathematics teachers need to be knowledgeable and skilled in determining when and how technology can enhance students' learning. Okay. So what is instructional tools? Instructional tools are tools used in educational lessons. Those tools that we can use, kumaga, how we can improve the students' learning. Kumaga, paano natin sila matutulungan to learn, how to help them to learn. And those mga instructional tools that we can use to let our learners learn from us. Okay, so the expected characteristic of instructional tools to be used in the classrooms are enhances instructional effectiveness, promotes active learning, develops critical thinking, accommodates differentiated instruction, motivating, and multisensory. So let's now tackle first the first one. Enhances instructional effectiveness. This relies on the frequent assessment of student performance that the instructional material must be able to facilitate the increase of students' achievement, consist of evaluating and consist of evaluating of students' activities and products over a long time to determine the level of competencies in the performance of the critical classroom objectives. And also, with the use of these technological tools, students' progress is monitored and acted upon by concerned individuals like the teachers, the parents, and the school as a whole. Dito kasi sa instructional effectiveness is, how we can say that is, what I mean is, that instruction ba is effectiveness, that tools ba is effective, which is yes, instructional tools or mga IMS materials that we are using are effective. That's why learners can learn if you are giving them the information that they are wanted to. Kumaga, show them what do you mean in your discussion so they can learn. So the second one is promotes active learning. This refers to a broad range of learner-centered teaching strategies to engage learners as active participants in their learning. Instructional materials are expected to help promote active learning using interactive technological tools. Learning interest is stimulated and student focus is redirected. By this, students and teachers will be highly engaged in the learning process. It explores how we can get more effective learning experiences by giving to the learners opportunities to apply, analyze, and synthesize prior knowledge to create a personal meaning. Dito naman is we can promote the learners to be active. Yes, this is very nice, or this is the very mas maganda ginagawa as a teachers. We need to let our students to be active in their learning. Kasi nga, if they are active, they can learn from you. They can learn what you are teach them, or what did you facilitate them. Syempre, when they are active, they can learn. This is very important also in the sa teachings, which is we need to promote the active learning to let our learners to be active in our discussion. Yes. And also, this is a promotes active learning, is we can let your students, especially right now, we are now in the new curriculum, which is student centered, and we need to let our students to be more active in their academic. Kasi sila din naman yung magkinabang kung ano yung natututunan nila. Actually, there's a table here, the traditional learning environment and the new learning environment. As you can observe in the traditional learning environment, which is the old curriculum, is the teacher-centered instruction, which is the teachers lang yung tag-instruct. Si teacher lang yung magpuplano kung anong maganda gawin. Si teacher lang yung masusunod. Si teacher lang yung mag-discuss. Si teachers lang yung i-follow natin. Single stimulation, single path progression, single media, isolated work, informed action delivery, passive learning, factual knowledge-based learning, reactive response, isolated or artificial context. Unlike sa new learning environment na student-centered, which is the new curriculum right now, that students need to be more active kasi sila na ngayon yung teacher kasi ngayon is taga-facilitate lang or taga-guide sa kanila. Is may multi-sensory stimulation, multi-path progression, multimedia, collaborative work, which is students right now are need to be collaborative, not unlike sa traditional na isolated lang, what teachers says na yun lang i-follow. Active, exploratory, inquiry-based learning, critical thinking, they need to be critical thinker. And proactive planned action, they need to plan properly what they want to do. And real world content, which is pag sabi natin real world content, you need to they need to apply it in the real world, not artificial lang na iisip-isipin lang. In this table, tackle about the traditional new learning environment, which is the traditional, more focus on teachers, unlike in new learning environments, that which is new curriculum, more focus on the learners to see if the learners learn, and today's is the one, and today teacher is the one who guide to facilitate sa learners. Okay, let's now move to the develops critical thinking. It's all about asking questions, the right questions. What does it mean? The question that help you assess both the meaning and the significance of claims and arguments. Building these skills and applying them in your real life makes it easier for you to assess evidence, evaluate arguments, and adapt your thinking so you stay switch on and engage in different situations. Yes, this is very nice to be critical thinker. Kasi, pag sinabi natin yung critical thinking, hindi yung critical na condition na. Critical thinking is that you can survive anywhere. You know what they're doing. Kumbaga, when there's a problem also, when you think that problem, there's a solution. Kasi nga, when there is a problem, may solution talaga yan. If you think it properly, if you think it, parang kung pag-iisipan mo na mabuti is, yes, there's a solution. And the way technological tools and instructional materials are designed and implemented need to help develop critical thinking skills among the learners. According to Byron et al. 2002, the structure and use of technology can promote higher level thinking skills. They parties stated that some technological tools are designed to encourage problem solving skills. Yes, those mga problem solving skills, which is very nice right now because it let your students do their part. Kumbaga, they need to be more active, they need to be critical thinker kasi sila din naman yung tinutulungan natin matuto. Okay, for the number 4, accommodates differentiated instruction, which is the tailoring instruction to meet individual needs. Students have diverse backgrounds and have diverse intelligence and learning styles. They learn in different ways and in different manner. They express their thoughts and ideas also differently. With their teachers, differentiated content, process for products, or other learning environments, the use of ongoing assessments and flexible groupings mix this is a successful approach to instruction. Help to the teacher to facilitate his or her classes with the different profiles of students. It allows individualized and independent learning with collaborative and cooperative learning, which is, yes, in a different instruction, we need to, students have different way of learning. We need to differentiate that too, which is special. For example, like if the learners is bright, then the other one is not, we need to, pwede natin silang pagsamahin, or we need to differentiate it na, ay, dapat sasabihin mo sa isa na, bakit si ano na nagawa niya? Because we have a different level of knowledge, kaya we need to learn that different ways. Kumbaga, we need to learn that your learners have a different knowledge, kumbaga, they are different learners, that you need to accommodate that. Then, for the number 5, motivating, or is a process that initiates, guides, and maintain goal-oriented behaviors. Sabi nga ni Thorndike sa kanyang law of motivation, a learner will not learn if they are not motivated to learn. The use of instructional material is a big help for the teacher to facilitate the teaching learning process. With the use of these materials, it is expected that students become more motivated and attentive and participated in the learning process. Selecting the most appropriate and best format is very critical to stimulate learners' motivation. That's why in your, pansin nyo sa lesson plan natin is, we need to motivate first our learners to get their attention, because if they are motivated, they are willing to learn. We need to get that attention first before you start your lesson, or you need to motivate them para maging active sila sa klase. Okay, for the last characteristic of the instructional tools in the classroom is, tinatawag natin multisensory, is the assumption that individuals learn better if they are taught using more than one sense. Yes, it's one of the biggest challenges among teachers is to prepare for an instructional material that is multisensory. With the advent of technological tools developed by very good programmers, multimedia is available that enables teachers to just learn how to use them the maximum in the teaching of their lessons. It is a way of teaching that engages more than one sense at a time, using sight, hearing, movement, and touch, gives kids more than one way to correct with what they are learning. Yes, using multisensory is very nice. Like, they can use their eyes, they can use their ear, they can use their hand, or they can use their body to move, not like they just heard it or nothing, kasi pwede yung nakinig lang sila, pwedeng ipalabas yung sa kabilang tenga nila, and you need to which is nice na gamitin yung multisensory, because they can use their, kumbaga, they can move their whole body, or they can be a multisensory learners that they can learn from you, kasi ginamit nila lahat ng sense nila. Okay, let's now move to the Universal Design for Learning, UDL or UDL. According to the National Disability Authority 2020, cited the following 7 principles of universal design, which were developed by Ronald Mays and group in the North Carolina State University. So what is universal design? A universal design is design that is intended to be universally accepted and accessible. Yes, it means we are all have the goal to create space that everybody can use equally, that we can use equally. It is, you can think of, is a design philosophy mindset and specific approach to create products and environment that usable by all people to the greatest extent possible. Dito kasi sa universal design is, for example, curve cut, which is, yes, they can use curve cut, which is, pag nakita natin yung curve cut is for all. Everyone can use it, especially those people with personal disabilities, mga naka-wheelchairs. Kumbaga, from the word universal, for all, parang panglahatan. Yes. So, the first principle of the universal design for learning is tinatawag nating equitable use. The design is useful and marketable to people with diverse abilities. A good example of this is website that is designed to everyone, including people who have visual impairment and use screen reader technology. That, yes, these people that need also to learn, and you can use the website. And I will be only discussing the first principles because that's all yung naka-assign sa akin. I think that's for all. Thank you for listening and have a nice day.